That was Monica, before you walk out of my life. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, just in the last day or so, there have been, I guess, Ray Lewis, the famed Baltimore Ravens linebacker. I think there's no doubt that Ray Lewis is one of the greatest football players ever to play in the NFL. He was a ferocious competitor. He is, to a lot of people, an inspirational figure. Some of the things he says about Colin Kaepernick and some of the things he said about Black Lives Matter, I certainly don't agree with, but I do not understand his obsession with demonizing both Black Lives Matter and Colin Kaepernick. Ray Lewis is a staggeringly talented young man who would not have had a chance to exhibit that talent had, as long as he had things not turned in his favor in Atlanta when he was accused of double murder. A suit didn't come up, they never found the suit he wore that night. We don't know what happened, but we do know that he got off primarily because he could afford great representation. That would make you give me pause when if I had that circumstance, that would give me pause when I was going to prejudge anybody. But now he says that it is because that Colin Kaepernick didn't make the team because his girlfriend basically insinuated that when he took a picture with the owner, kind of hugging him, that was Django Unchained and the Sam Jackson character. So I guess he's saying that the owner was so insulted that Colin Kaepernick's girlfriend talked about his pet black dude, that squashed the deal he could have had.
Basically.
So he said he was intimating that he could have made it happen if had she not done that. So he's kind of insinuating that it was in his hands. So if you're so small-minded that a picture by somebody else that wasn't even the person that you were dealing with insulted you so much that you didn't squash somebody's dream, a second chance, which you got one of, that's either the owner is small or you are. Either one is very petty. Either the owner is petty or you are. And Jason Whitlock goes on Fox News. Now, Jason Whitlock, I've never liked him. I think that he does whatever he can to ingratiate himself to a certain demographic and to denigrate another one. When he had a picture on his show of a white guy with a big natural giving a black power fist sign. You got to see the picture. And he basically says, thank you for dropping by the studio, Cap. Now, if it were anybody else doing that, people would be clamoring for him to be fired. Now, to me, somebody has artistic expression. They can do what they want. I claim that now. I think Jason Whitlock has the right to express himself any way he wants. But to me, that was not funny, and it played into the narrative that I've always believed about him. He denigrates one so that he ingratiates himself to another. I would say it's beneath him, but nothing's beneath him. So, I tend to just ignore Jason Whitlock, kind of like he does vegetables. But what has happened now is when Whitlock and Lewis say things, the same things that they say, that only seemingly they only say to curry favor with a certain demographic. And I can't know what's in Ray Lewis' heart, and I can't know. I know what's in Jason Whitlock's heart: cholesterol. I know that. I know what's in his heart: plaque. I know that, but I don't know what's their motivation. I can say this: when they say the things that they say, I cannot, ascribe motive. I cannot tell you why they did it, but it gives comfort and aid to people who are inclined to believe a certain thing about us. It gives comfort and aid, comfort to an idea that somehow Colin Kaepernick was subversive, somehow Colin Kaepernick was horrible, somehow Colin Kaepernick broke a norm, that he broke a law, that he is to be shunned and outcast. And men, to me, who've had a certain experience, should be the last ones to point the finger at somebody like that. Whether you like it or not, Colin Kaepernick would have been there when Ray Lewis was in his situation. Colin Kaepernick would have been there when Michael Bennett got jammed up by the police after the McGregor Floyd Mayweather fight. He got jammed up by the police. All he wants is for people to be treated fairly by a system that has never done it before. So if it just stands to reason that this vitriol and hate that you both of them level at Black Lives Matter and Colin Kaepernick comes from somewhere I can't understand. I would not ascribe motive to them. I can't tell you why they did it. I can tell you that it hurts people who are only trying to make sure people are all right. Only make sure people are all right. If something happened to Ray Lewis, I believe that Black Lives Matter and Colin Kaepernick would be among the first to say anything. If they were jamming Jason Whitlock in a car, they'd probably have to make 3 or 4 trips, but eventually somebody would say something about it. I do not. They are so angry at him and at Colin Kaepernick and Black Lives Matter. They're out whiting white people.
Wow. Wow.
They're so angry at Black Lives, like Ray Lewis and Jason Whitlock are so angry at Black Lives Matter and Colin Kaepernick, it makes white people go, damn, what did they do to you?
Right.
All right, that's a little note from the GED section. We got the Jazz Report coming up in 15 minutes. It's the D.L. Hughley Show.